At the moment, I got a few plates spinning. My camera once again died because I don't know how to charge it, but I'll figure that out. So here's what I've been doing today. There's the brake. If you can see it, it's pretty black, obviously. There's the brake drum cover. It's being painted. I should put a few more coats on there. And the brake arm, the pivot arm, was completely seized up. So I had to take a hammer to that, pound it out. And now the spindle and the pivot are soaking in the parts washer, or the ultrasonic. Look at it work. Buzz. Love that. What else did I do? I polished some parts, polished up some of these bolts, make them look nice and new again. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I started the creaming of the gas tank because I'm dumb and I ordered the wrong size tires for the bike, front and rear, so I can't put this thing back together yet. I need to wait probably a week, maybe more, I don't know, but there's no shortage of other little things I can be doing in the meantime. So there's the tank, and it's got the prep A sitting in there. And basically what it's going to do, I'm going to let it sit there overnight, and it's going to turn all that rust in there probably into zinc or something. It's going to convert the rust, and then this comes out. I rinse it with the tank prep B, and then the sealant is C, and that's that. So for today, all I'm doing is washing stuff, cleaning stuff up, and getting that the brake thinger all squared away. So that's it. Short day. So believe it or not, it rained last night. I know it never happens here in California, but it did. And what happened was that some of the mixture out here in the tank, I think, got flushed out. So this was up, the water was up to the fill line, up to the spout out here. It's not anymore. Now it's much below. But as you can see, if you can get in there, other than what's not there, like what the water didn't touch, you can see it still looks pretty good, and it looks like this thing did its job pretty well. So I'm just gonna go with it, and I'm gonna get the tank prep B out and then C, and I will see you guys in a sec. Also, I love doing projects because every day you get a package and it's like Christmas. So now I'm rinsing out all the tank prep A out of there, and I'm just hooking the garden hose up into the tank, and I'm just gonna let it do that for a little while, and hopefully that'll get all of it out. Yeah, that's it. So what was in the package is my new shocks, and man, these look better. There's still a little bit of rust in there in the cylinder and on the underside of the springs, but I think I can orient this so that it looks like that, and you can't see the obvious rust when it's on the bike. But I'm also going to polish these up a little bit. The rubber bushings are in way better shape than the ones I had on both of them. They look way better. I like the little cap on the top. I don't know if mine were missing these or if it was just an option for 1 year to not have this silly little cap on here, but I like it. I think it looks good. So I'm just gonna get these guys a little cleaned up, but $32? Not bad. Tank prep B is in there, and I'm gonna slosh it around to agitate it, and I shaved. Good. So immediately after putting in the B, which immediately after you wash out everything with tank prep A, you immediately put B in there, slosh it all around, and then immediately get it the hell out of there. And it stinks, all of it stinks. You know, do it well ventilated. Now, once all that's done, we finally are up to C, the actual liner. So with this, the idea is you get it all in there, you slosh it around a little bit so that it coats everything. You do that for a minute or so, and then you put it on one angle and let it sit for like 10 minutes. Put it on its side, let it sit for a minute. Put it on its back, let it sit for 10 minutes. Put it on its other side, let it sit for 10 minutes, etc., etc. As many angles as possible, you want it to sit there so that the cream gets everywhere. Now, what are they saying here? Saying air dry first coat 6 hours. So let it stand for 8 minutes with the spout open. Additional 8 to 10. You know what? You can read that when you get this, but it's pretty easy. You just essentially the idea is you want it to get to all areas of the tank that get that to get that nice white coating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this stuff in, duct tape the spout closed a few times because I definitely don't want it to be leaking out. And yeah, that should be good. Now remember, this stuff is pretty goopy, as you can see. It's not like a runny thing. It's got like a high viscosity. So when you're moving it around to coat all areas of the tank, like don't just like shake it around. Like slowly move it to a position and then keep it there for a few seconds. And slowly move it, keep it there. I'll let the formula, you know, like it's gonna move slowly like a molasses, so you know, wait for it, let it do its thing, and then once you think it's good on all sides, you know, let it air dry, move it around, let it sit, blah blah blah. Read the instructions, but that's the gist of it. There's all this rain in California all of a sudden, and it has to happen when I have my tank out and it's drying. So check it out. I like to drain all the excess out of the spout versus the petcock, because the petcock will, like this stuff, when it hardens, it'll eventually just harden up the petcock holes. It'll be a bit of a pain in the ass to get off. Instead, I have some stalagmites in there, and those are going to, let me just see if I can pull them off, because those will definitely come off the first coat of paint. But hey, that looks good, right? Or not first coat of paint, the first what do you call it, first bit of gas I put in there. So now what I have to do is just let that sit for a day outside, off gassing, because, and I can't put it inside because it's stinky. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with these wheels, because that's just faded black, and I've tried a few different things. Like I tried putting some automotive wax on it. It doesn't really work, because you know, it's not a lasting thing. It'll eventually come off. It'll just look like this. And considering how good the rest of this bike's gonna look, like the paint, the frame looks fantastic. You know, all the chrome's gonna be polished up, new tank, new everything. And then just to have wheels that are just kind of faded like this, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna paint them and just say to hell with it. Just paint the damn things. It's just a little bit of masking to get all this stuff. It's really not that hard. I just, masking this little guy right here is a bit of a pain in the butt. But maybe it won't be that bad. But I mean, that's just not gonna do, you know, like it just doesn't look good considering what the rest of the bike's gonna look like. I think it's just faded. I don't know if there's a way to bring it back. I'll look it up and see if there's a way I can do it, because I don't think that there's any sort of clear on this. I think it's just raw paint on here. If it was clear, I could cut a little bit of the clear away and it would bring the shine back up, but I'm pretty sure that this is just paint on here, and when that goes, you're done. You got to reapply. So we'll see.